Hello and welcome to English Charisma. Today, I want to talk about something that can completely change the way you see success, growth, and personal improvement. It is something very simple, something that most people ignore, something that looks too small to make a difference. And that thing is small habits. Many people believe that successful people become successful because they make one huge decision. They think there is a special moment when everything changes. They imagine that successful people wake up one day, suddenly become motivated, and completely transform their lives. But the truth is very different. Most changes do not happen overnight. Most success stories are not created by one big action. They are created by hundreds, even thousands of small actions repeated over time. A person who reads one page every day may not feel different after 1 week. A person who exercises for 10 minutes every day may not see a big change after a few days. A person who learns 5 new English words every day may not become fluent in 1 month. But after 1 year, everything changes, because small habits become habits, and habits become your lifestyle. Your lifestyle becomes your future. Have you ever had a moment when you decided to change your life? Maybe you said, "Starting tomorrow, I will wake up early. Starting tomorrow, I will exercise every day. Starting tomorrow, I will study English for 2 hours. Starting tomorrow, I will stop wasting time." And maybe for the first few days, you felt excited. You had energy. You had motivation. You believed that this time would be different. But after a week or two, something happened. You became tired. You became busy. You lost your motivation, and slowly you returned to your old habits. If this has happened to you, you are not alone. Many people make the same mistake. They try to change everything at once. They create a perfect plan, they set huge goals, but they forget one important thing. Big results come from small steps. Imagine you want to climb a very tall mountain. You look at the top and think, "This is impossible. The mountain is too high." But you don't climb the whole mountain in 1 step. You take 1 step, then another, and slowly you reach the top. Life works the same way. You don't build a better future in 1 day. You build it through the small choices you make every single day. In today's episode, we are going to explore why small habits are so powerful, why consistency is more important than motivation, how tiny changes can create incredible results, and how you can start building better habits from today. So, let's begin. Let me tell you a story. A few years ago, I was someone who always wanted to improve my life. I had many goals. I wanted to become healthier. I wanted to learn new skills. I wanted to improve my English. I wanted to become more organized and productive. But there was one problem. I was always waiting for the perfect moment to start. I told myself, when I have more free time, I will start studying. When I feel more motivated, I will start exercising. When my life becomes less stressful, I will focus on my goals. But the perfect moment never came. There was always something. There was always another responsibility. There was always another reason to wait. And slowly, I realized something important. Waiting for the perfect moment was actually stopping me from making progress. One day, I decided to try something different. Instead of making a huge plan, I made a very small promise to myself. I said, "I don't need to change my whole life today. I just need to do one small thing." So, I chose one simple habit. I decided to read for just 10 minutes every morning. Only 10 minutes. That was my goal. Not 1 hour, not 50 pages, not finishing an entire book in a week, just 10 minutes. At first, it felt almost too easy. I thought, can something this small really make a difference? But I continued. Every morning, after waking up, I picked up a book and read for 10 minutes. Some days, I was excited. Some days, I was tired. Some days, I wanted to skip it, but I kept going. After a few weeks, something interesting happened. Reading was no longer something I had to force myself to do. It became part of my daily routine. I didn't need motivation anymore. I didn't need to think about it. It became automatic. And that is the power of a habit. A good habit removes the need for constant motivation, because motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel powerful and full of energy. Other days you feel tired and distracted. But habits keep you moving even when motivation disappears. After a few months, that 10-minute habit started creating bigger changes. I started reading more. I started learning new ideas. I started improving the way I thought. And the most surprising thing was not the information I learned. The most surprising thing was that I started seeing myself differently. Before, I was someone who always wanted to change. Now, I became someone who actually takes action. I started thinking, I am a person who reads. I am a person who keeps promises to myself. I am a person who improves every day. And that change in identity was more powerful than the habit itself. Many people focus only on the result. They think, I want to lose weight. I want to speak English fluently. I want to become successful. But they forget something important. Results come from identity. Before you achieve something, you have to become the type of person who naturally does the actions that create that result. A person who wants to become healthy does not only think about losing weight, they become someone who chooses healthier food, someone who exercises regularly, someone who respects their body. A person who wants to learn English does not only dream about speaking fluently, they become someone who practices every day, someone who listens, someone who learns, someone who keeps improving. Small habits are powerful because they change who you are.